Clapperboard. Title: The Tragic Fall of Disney's Peter Pan, the story of Bobby Driscoll. Studio microphone. Narration script begins below. What happens to a child who shines so brightly, only to vanish before the world truly understands their light? This is the heartbreaking story of Bobby Driscoll, the boy who was Peter Pan, and the boy who never got the chance to grow up. Born on March 3, 1937, in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, Bobby was an ordinary boy with extraordinary charm. His journey to stardom began not in a studio, but in a barbershop. A casual conversation led to an audition at MGM, and at just 5 years old, Bobby landed his first role. Hollywood had found its next golden child. Before long, Bobby became a Disney favorite. He starred in beloved classics like Song of the South, 1946, So Dear to My Heart, 1949, and Treasure Island, 1950, Disney's first ever fully live-action film. His performances weren't just popular, they were historic. Bobby even received a special Juvenile Academy Award, a rare honor for someone so young. And then came Peter Pan. In 1953, Bobby Driscoll gave both his voice and face to Disney's animated masterpiece, becoming the embodiment of the boy who never wanted to grow up. With a single role, he carved himself into cinematic history. At the peak of his fame, Bobby was earning $1,750 a week, a fortune in the 1950s. He was living every child's dream, until the dream turned into a nightmare. When puberty hit, Hollywood turned its back. Bobby's changing voice, his acne, and his more mature appearance no longer fit Disney's polished image. Just weeks after Peter Pan premiered, he was dropped, without warning, without mercy. The rejection was crushing. At just 17 years old, Bobby began spiraling. Desperate to cope with the pain of abandonment and lost identity, he turned to drugs. What followed was a tragic descent: arrests, rehab stints, a broken marriage, and estrangement from his 3 children. Still, he tried to find his way back. In 1965, he moved to New York City, clinging to dreams of a Broadway comeback. But the stage never welcomed him. Instead, he slipped into the shadows of Andy Warhol's underground art scene, creating collages, lost in the haze of the avant-garde world. But fame never returned. And neither did stability. By spring 1968, Bobby Driscoll was completely alone, penniless, forgotten, and broken. On March 30th, 2 children discovered his lifeless body in an abandoned Manhattan building. He was just 31 years old. There was no ID. No one claimed him. He was buried in a pauper's grave on Hart Island, New York's island of the unclaimed. For over a year, no one knew he was gone, not even his family. It was only through Disney's archives that his identity was eventually confirmed. From Disney's brightest star to a nameless soul lost in the shadows, Bobby Driscoll's story is a haunting reminder of how cruel fame can be, especially for those who are forced to grow up too fast in a world that only loves you when you're small, cute, and marketable. He gave life to Peter Pan, a boy who never wanted to grow up. But in reality, Bobby never got the chance to.